or people may have doubted them, because that's another thing. Some of us fear ridicule. But you gotta realize you cannot have certain things if you're not willing to do certain things. Okay? Okay, now, one example. Look at Bill Gates. What did they say? He didn't even finish college. But a lot of people probably felt like he wouldn't amount to anything. Back then, of course. I mean, for those of us who didn't know him. But we realized that that's actually not the case now. I mean, shoot, look at him. Come on, man. Microsoft is pretty much running everything now. And you know what? Let's use the example of let's use a more relative example. If you're one who likes to play basketball and you're going for that shot, then what happens if you miss? Do we cry and sit down? Does a basketball player say, "Oh man, I missed. Let me sit down and quit and let's do something different"? No, we shoot again. Whatever it is you're trying to do, you cannot be afraid of failure. You cannot be timid in it. You cannot be fearful and not believe in yourself, because what happens is people start to sense that, and that becomes problems all across life. You'll never realize your full potential if you don't step out there. Okay? And it's almost like the guy who wants to approach a nice looking lady, but he's afraid of being dissed. He's afraid of rejection. So we just don't say anything. But you know what? In that situation, I say the worst thing you could do is be afraid of rejection. Because, okay, what if she does reject you if you approach her, fellas? Are you going to die? Is the apocalypse going to happen? I believe you find closure in that situation. I think the worst thing you could do is not go for it, because then you always have the case of the woulda, coulda, shoulda. And who wants to catch that disease? Who wants to wonder what may have happened? It's better to know, to say, you know what, I did, I tried. So don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry about people ridiculing you. People are going to do that no matter what. If the world decides to put you down, you have to keep going, because for one, that's a part of your strength. You're going to have to be able to deal with the criticisms, to a certain extent, because there are people that aren't going to be willing to go out there that are going to be the main ones to criticize, because I do understand that it takes a lot of heart to do whatever it is that you want to do, especially when it considers you putting yourself out there to the world. You're just going to get some critics that don't like you. Remember, y'all, not everybody like Jesus, not everybody like Muhammad, not everybody likes some of the great leaders that are gone now, but whenever they leave the earth, that's when we talk about how great they were. I mean, let's look at the late, great Michael Jackson. Millions of people loved him, but there were some critics here and there. And even before he died, some of the masses kind of put him in that nutbag case, or in that area, in that particular zone, which, of course, the media is a very powerful tool and knows how to paint pictures and make people look a certain way. But look what happened when Michael transitioned. All of a sudden, everybody remember how great he was, because now you realize, hey, this man dared to entertain us. He dared to show us something that we never seen before. He came into